Kind of staying on that same subject of outdoors, the Virgin River Habitat Conservation and Recovery Plan has been under consideration by the City Council for close to a year. Which way do you think this issue should be settled? And do you see that plan as more of an economic development issue or a conservation issue?
Economically, of course, I think everybody, when it comes to economically with regards to this issue, I think everyone's unhappy that we're getting charged more than other areas. Mesquite is charged more. And I know that we have people who are working together between the county and the city to try and reduce those prices, whether it's by a little, the city giving a little, the county giving a little, or however it's worked out. I do think those prices, those costs, those charges that are being given, $500 by city and $5 by county, are out of line. Maybe we should pay a little bit more because the issues are in Mesquite and aren't other places, but twice as much just seems kind of unfair to me. One of the things that I'd like to research and haven't had time to do, is where all that money goes. I'm not exactly sure who's spending it, how it's going. To me, $1,000 is a lot of money for each house going in. That's kind of what it's charged. So that's one of the things I'd like to look at. So that one's economically, and the other one was?
Economic development issue or a conservation issue?
Or a conservation issue, thank you. Conservation, the tamarisk out there, we're working on it, I think, as hard as we possibly can. We got volunteers down there pulling up the weeds. The little critters that we're trying to save, I don't know, I have a problem with that. I know I've got girlfriends who are just going to cut my head off for saying that, but you know, I think that people are more important than some of the bugs and flies and things that we're trying to save forever. Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
All right. We're leaving this question as wide open as you want to make it, and you take it wherever you want to take it. What are your thoughts on the smoke-free Mesquite effort? I
don't believe in anyone telling someone else how to run their business. I seriously don't believe in that. And I feel like that's what Mesquite would be doing to all of the casinos and hotels and restaurants if they come in and start saying, you know, it seems to me like kind of almost a slippery slope. The next thing you know, it's going to be another issue we're cutting. I don't like laws that seem to get in the way of people's rights, and that feels like that to me. Not a smoker, don't particularly like going into a place that is overly smoky, but I really think that that's up to the business. Now, I went up to Wolf Creek and listened to the people up there, and they said that they had done more research than I have, and that in a couple of the states where they did go to non-smoking in casinos, that it seriously hurt their business. And since the law was already there, they were kind of stuck with it. There was no way to get out of it. They were just, you know, and it hurt their business. And with us having so few businesses in town, if our business gets cut like that, I think people have a right to stay out of places. Now, you go in our big casinos here, and they put in all the wonderful controls to keep it from smelling smoky or being dangerous any more so than necessary. And one of the other arguments is that the employees don't have a choice. Well, they chose to work there. They may not have many other skills, but I really don't think that it's my job or the city's job or anyone else's job to tell any business how to run their business. I think that's up to them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we'll switch gears here a little bit and talk about business. What do you think the city should do to improve the business climate in Mesquite? And what are your thoughts about the new Mesquite Regional Business Association?
Well, I think it's a good idea that we separated it out of the city, who only had, to my knowledge, one person working on the issue. And so now we have a group of people. I understand they have hired a manager, a CEO, and so I think now when they go out and start working on bringing small businesses into Mesquite, that that they have a better chance of doing it than someone who's strictly in the city hall staff. The state, or maybe it was even the national, had a representative down here who comes down regularly one day when I was over at the chamber, and she was sitting in the office waiting for people to come through to get grants for business things. And Ken Cook was there, and he had a good talk with her, and I believe he's one of the ones on the MRB. And there are opportunities out there. I think we need to go out and find them. I think that when they come, we need to be just super friendly to them when they arrive here. And I also would really like to see our chamber more involved in working with the businesses that are here, and also with City Hall and the MRB to bring in more new businesses. I wouldn't mind seeing them more involved when a business wants to come and wants to start up. I'd like to see the chamber more involved in helping people through the processes. Our processes, according to everybody, are a little cumbersome, to say the least. And I think that those people over there are overworked. I mean, they have been cut back in personnel, and so they're barely keeping up. We can't expect them to go out and do more than they're being paid to do. But I think the chamber coming on board with that issue could really help new businesses coming in. As far as businesses that are already here, I think the chamber does a halfway decent job with our chamber members. I would like to see them reach out more to businesses that are not chamber members, not just to become chamber members, but to find out what they need what they need from the city and what they need from the chamber to be better businesses than they are to grow.
Okay.